I wanted to talk about freedom of expression in Mexico for women. I think the media is doing that circus. I think that pretty much all over the world, in different ways, of course. But because in Mexico we also have this, this right wing and this left wing, and they're all fighting, and there's the enemy, the terrorists. We all, But I want to go back to what happens to women when we speak out. What happens to female journalists or TV anchors. I had a TV program for 5 years called Esta Boca es Mía, which means This Mouth is Mine. And it was basically an analysis. There's a Mexican saying in rural areas in which women, when they talk, they said, when they are explaining that somebody didn't defend herself, they say, she didn't even say, Esta boca es mía. She didn't say, this mouth is mine. It's like she just kept quiet. So I called that, my program was called Esta boca es mía. And it was on Televisa, which is the main TV monopoly in Mexico. And because public television is owned by politicians and they don't let us in. So it was a pretty famous program in my community in Cancun. And we talked about everything. We talked about politics, but from the feminist point of view. We talked about everything. And then one day the owner of the TV station called me after we talked about female condoms. What I did in the program, we were speaking about the president, we were speaking about everything, abortion, and then I took a female condom and I put it in my hand and I said, wow, this is huge. So, and we were talking about this. I had a sexologist in the program and I said, do you think this is comfortable for women? And then we were talking about how expensive they are and how they are not available in Mexico. So I asked the audience to try them and to let us know if they are comfortable, if they thought that we should ask the government to give them away as they give away male condoms, because they're really, really expensive.
Did you complain about the price?
Of course I did. They're like $4 in Mexico. That's a lot of money. It's what a lot of people makes just for one day of working, so it just doesn't make any sense. Well, sometimes it does. So anyway, that afternoon we finished the program and we were like, oh, this was a good program, it was interesting. Because we knew it was a good program because of the cameraman. He was just like, he took notes and things like that. And so I go to the owner's, TV owner's office and he goes, Lydia Cacho, you're fired. And I'm like, I'm fired? You don't pay me to do this program, so how can I be fired? I do this for free. And he goes, you said these obscene things. And I'm like, obscene? You have like soap operas, Televisa soap operas, all day. They are really obscene. You show this domestic violence that is normalized in families. You see all these women that are just showing their breasts, like huge plastic breasts, on TV, almost naked, in nighttime programs, objectivizing women, and you're telling me this was obscene? And he said, yes, you put a condom for a woman in your hand, so you're fired. And they actually took me out of TV. And I use this example because it's the hypocrisy of all the media in my country. I do write in the main newspaper, El Universal, every Monday and Thursday. And my column is one of the most famous columns right now because I'm a martyr now, because I was taken to jail and all that. But I can tell when people read my column if I speak about politics and I'm serious, like serious issues. But when I talk about domestic violence, sexual violence, or any other issue that has to do anything to do with women's advancement, or the right of girls to go to school, or the right of women not to be saints and virgins and the best of them all in society, they don't read me so much. So there's this act of having women in media in Mexico, but just as long as you play the game. And I don't play the game, and that makes it harder for my editors to let me be in the media. That makes it harder for many of us, feminist or non-feminist women, to be in the media and talk about other issues that are not related to being a traditional Mexican, nice, quiet, pretty woman with fake breasts. Anyway, so I guess that's just one issue that